All right, what's poppin', everybody? It's your boy Armon, and we're back with another video. Get in here, get in here. It's time to get into some things, okay? Listen, I'm a little nasally right now because honestly, I think I'm nasally because of these vapes. I feel like these vapes get me sick, so I really have to stop smoking these vapes. So, because it's like every other month, like these, I be getting the stern respiratory situation. I think it's because I be smoking them vapes all fucking day. They're not good for you guys because it keeps fucking with my sinuses. But anyway, and it's just that time of the year. But we're gonna muscle through this. So I apologize in advance if my energy is down because the Benadryls is over here tearing me up. Okay, but let's get into it.
You say that you love me, but I need the proof. And if you don't show me, I'm cutting you loose.
How is Armon
We're
doing?
doing good.
Still messy or what?
You know the vibes.
There's too many options, all begging me what I look like chasing you.
I'm only talking to Armon. I'm only talking to Armon.
Oh.
Okay. That ain't something I do. You say that.
Okay. What is popping? All right. So the first thing I want to get into in regards to Fight Night on Netflix. First of all, shout out to Netflix for putting together an epic show. Okay. I don't even really watch boxing like that, let alone watch the pre-fights. Okay. I was set, ready to go. I had ordered my Wingstop, had my drinks ready, not liquor, just, my water, my tea, and my Sprite. Okay. And I was ready to watch the fight. Now, I got there early. Got there around 5 o'clock, and I realized they weren't coming on at 5 o'clock, so I had to watch the pre-fights. The pre-fights were really, 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 really good. But one fight I really wanted to get into, before we get into that, at some point, though, I was watching it on my TV, but it was buffering so bad, I thought, well, is it me? Is it my internet? Is it everybody in the house got, too many devices going on? What's going on? So I took it off the TV because it kept pausing, and then I just watched it on my phone. It was a little bit better on my phone. It didn't buffer. But when I was trying to watch it on my TV, that was hell, okay? A mess, a mess, a mess. So I ended up watching it on my phone. I lay down, snuggled up under the blanket, had my window crack, had the cold air coming in, and I was ready for the fight, guys. All right. So my one of the best fights of the night, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. We got to get into this. Amanda Serrano, if you guys didn't see the fight, Katie Taylor, I guess, is the world champion. Amanda Serrano got her weight up so that she could fight for the world championship belt. Now, Serrano is here from Puerto Rico with the black hair, and Katie Taylor is from, where is she from? I don't know where she's from, but she's from somewhere in another country. Oh, God. So, look at this. Crazy. All right, so what happened is this fight was rigged, if you ask me. Amanda Serrano had more hits, had more punches landed. She just was a better fighter. This Katie's all the way at the end. Katie was headbutting like crazy. Headbutting like crazy. Look at her eye. And this woman was still out there fighting. I'm like, oh my God, I was out there gagging. This woman's eye is open like that. The meat is coming out. The blood is coming out the eye. These women were warriors. And that Amanda Serrano was really a hitter, okay? That Puerto Rican princess was out there doing her big one. She was fighting. She was fighting. And I feel like Katie was cheating because she knew that she was losing that fight. I don't know how in the end she ended up winning that fight by unanimous decision when it was clear as day that Amanda Serrano had won that fight. I don't know if we were watching the same thing, but to me, Serrano definitely had the better fighting style, definitely had, hell, even Katie got a point deducted because she wouldn't stop headbutting and cheating. And then they talked about how Katie always does this in every match. So now I'm going to have to start following the female boxing because I'm really interested in it a little bit more now because these girls, I like the female boxers. I like when the girls get in the ring, okay? So that's some tea. That is really, really some tea. And I like this fight because these girls out there really fighting like warriors. And I really like Amanda Serrano because she her statue, her muscles, her body, like she was in there really throwing them things and quick. You know what I mean? So that was a real fighter. And I really like that. I think I like female boxing. They went in. So I think I'm going to be interested in covering a little bit more of the female boxing too. So I definitely think Serrano should have won that. I'm going to be following more of that here on the platform, okay? But speaking of female boxing, let's just jump into it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what I have. Let me see. I'm going on Instagram right now. I think... our girl Tesehki, she said that she feels so bad for Mike Tyson. She wanted to get in the ring, and she's thinking about taking boxing serious. Let's see. So Tesehki says, I wanted to get in the ring for Tyson last night so bad. I wanted to switch ages with him so bad because I knew that's all he needed. He didn't lose in my eyes, but hey, watching him and Tyson really makes me want to train and go pro. I was highly irritated. I think Tesehki really should find the avenue and go pro. Be a boxer. That would be fire. If she went and really stepped into the boxing ring, that would go crazy. That would go crazy. Tesehki, really think about that. And that could be another level in another lane and in a bag out of this world. Tesehki is a hitter. If you guys don't know Tesehki from the Zeus Network, that would be everything if she jumped into the ring and became a boxer. So I'm here for that too. Because Tesehki, can't no girl on the street really see her. But it'd be nice for her to get in the ring and we see how she does it fighting against professional boxers. Okay, so let's also get into the fight of the night. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. I felt like Mike Tyson was going to win that fight. But I was nervous the entire time. It was just that Mike knows how to sell a fight. So I believed he was going to win that fight because he seems like he had so much energy and he was so ready and not even really trying to do a lot of talking. It was like, I'm just going to show up and perform. And, I had watched a bunch of YouTube videos about how Jake Paul really doesn't perform well against other boxers, like real boxers. So I was like, well, maybe Mike Tyson will be able to outbox Jake Paul. Well, boy, was I wrong. First of all, I think that Mike has a good 5 seconds in him. Then he quickly realized he was 58 years old. I think Mike had 5 to 10 seconds. And that was all we saw in the beginning, and then that was it. And I was getting so mad at Roy Jones Jr. Doing the commentary because I was getting mad because he was like, I don't like Mike's legs. I don't like Mike's legs. And I was like, I felt like he was being a hater. But then as the night kind of went on, he did feel frazzled. He did feel older. In my opinion, I still think that this is not a true win for Jake Paul. I just think this is a homage moment for Jake Paul, and I just think that he should be proud that he's got himself to the level to where he got in the ring with Mike Tyson and they made a bag. I think it was very smart of him not to knock Mike Tyson out because people would have been very, very, very upset that you knocked this 58-year-old man out, and people would have not respected him because he knocked out Mike Tyson. So he needed to tread lightly, especially as a white man knocking out one of our black men like that. You know what I mean? And an elder. I don't think that Mike Tyson loses anything by this fight. And to say that, Mike Tyson is 58 years old, that man still stood in the ring and went the distance. Now, some people will say, well, Jake was sparing him. Well, that was his best bet. He should have spared him because this was a lose-lose for Jake. Because if he would have lost, he would have got knocked out by a 50-year-old man. He would have knocked Mike Tyson out. I was like, girl, you knocked out a 58-year-old. You don't get no points for that. So winning by unanimous decision, I don't really even know if it's a win, if you ask me. It's just like, well, duh, I'm not surprised you should have beat him because you're 27 years old and you're currently fighting now. Mike Tyson is 58 years old, but you wouldn't have been able to beat Mike Tyson in his prime. You know what I mean? So I don't think that this means anything other than good entertainment for us. Now, other people are going to want to fight Jake Paul, and I think, Gervonta Davis said he wanted to come out, but I think that they're in different weight classes, so I'd be interested to see that. And, here's the thing. I can't take away the fact that Jake Paul is a great fighter. It's just like He's a great fighter, and he's a social media guy, and came over and infiltrated the lane of professional boxing as a YouTuber. And I think a lot of people, they get so mad when YouTubers come and enter the space without going through the proper protocol. They get so mad at like bloggers and media personalities come up, without going to college, or they get mad when YouTubers become artists, or they get mad when YouTubers become boxers or politicians. People get so jealous, and they don't feel like that we should have our space. But no, it's just a new day. It's a new way, and we occupy space as well. So shout out to Jake Paul. He did his thing. He actually brought in a crowd. It was like 72,000 people around the world watching. That was a very entertaining fight. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor was the best for me. But as far as the Mike Tyson fight and Jake Paul, it was what it was. Like, I mean, I feel like that was the best that it could have ended, because for Jake Paul's sake, you know what I mean? Because knocking him out just would not have went well for Jake Paul, and him getting knocked out wouldn't have went well. So either way, I was entertained. I wish Mike would have gave us a little bit more of a show, and I think a lot of people were expecting that. But at the end of the day, the man is almost 60 years old. He got in the ring, and he wasn't no pussy. So at the end of the day, shout out to Mike, shout out to Jake Paul, shout out to Netflix for doing their thing. So yeah, I will see who's next. I wonder who Jake Paul will fight next. I want him to fight Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd don't want to get in the ring with him for whatever reason. I don't know, y'all. But anyway, until next time, keep that same energy, and we'll see you soon. Peace out.